What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Island Hopper TV. We're going to try this one more time. Let's see if this goes through here. So we're coming to you from Dubai, um, and I'm going to be talking about whether or not Dubai is safe and just some general comments about Dubai. Dion, can you hear me? If you can hear me, Dion, please let me know some good news so I can proceed. Should be coming in though. Um, Anyways, I want to show you guys this hotel room. I just checked in, so there are some bags over the place, but you can see this room here. It's got a pretty good view. Look at that, of Dubai. This is 87 US dollars per night and like a $15 tax. So it's pretty good. Internet's fast, very modern. And it's cool. Also, getting here, I flew in on Emirates Airlines. Emirates is the one that you keep seeing on the news or on the social media where they show off the Dreamliner, the 777, and the 787, and the Airbus, and some of these other vehicle or aircraft that they have are just amazing. I mean, if you fly first class on Emirates, you're going to really be happy, right? But the whole city is really just very grandiose. There's certain areas that are not so grandiose in the sense that that's where the laborers work, but those are not dangerous areas, right? Like when I first got off the metro from the airport, because you can ride the metro straight from the airport into the town. I got dropped off in one of the areas where the workers work. They have a lot of migrant workers from Philippines, and I want to say Pakistan and India. And people are asking me if human trafficking, this and that. I mean, if those people are being trafficked, they seem happier than the immigrants in America. So if they're being trafficked against their will, they sure do an outstanding job of not letting it be known that they're unhappy. Okay, I mean, these people, it's a very happy place. Like, people for the most part are happy. You do talk to some people who've been living here for a while, and they say that that it's just it gets old after a while. It's like living on an island. You live in Maui. I lived in Maui. I lived in Hawaii. It's like living on an island, right? After a while, you if your family's not around and you don't have like that kind of regiment going, you might get bored in Dubai. Same thing with Maui. Same thing with Honolulu. What's going on, Dion? Uh, Happy birthday to my partner Miriam, please. Happy birthday, Miriam. Welcome to the Middle East. Thanks, Frank. I take it you're here. Oh yeah, yesterday I went to the Gold Souk and I got one of these. People were saying, "Oh, I got ripped off." Well, I paid 240 dirham. That's the money that they use. And even if I did get ripped off, I paid 240. I think it comes out to like $79. I'm not gonna complain about that. You know what I mean? It's not $70 for a silver chain. I tried to buy one of these in America. I thought they were like twice the price. Sure, gold's or silver's $15 an ounce, but whatever. Um, yeah, so I'm also really excited because I got this awesome desk here and I can work and be efficient with my work and with fast internet. So I'm going to post up at this hotel for a couple days, kind of recalibrate. I'm moving to Phoenix, so I can't move there until September. So I got to in that town where I'm living, right? I mean, all it's going to cost is some airfare. That's what I'm saying, Frank. People were saying I got ripped off. They're like, "Oh, you got ripped off." I'm like, "Do you see this? This is $75 dollars US." I mean, I just wanted to go to the gold. I wasn't going to buy gold because two reasons. One, it's expensive, and two, it's I'm not going to become a target anywhere in the world for wearing some gold. Like, no need, right? I wear silver. It's just not going to get that kind of. It's not. I'm not going to be a target like that. But anyway, why in the world do you want to be in hot ass Dubai when you're going to live in Phoenix, right? Well, I've been in Europe, and I was going to go to Morocco, and then I was going to go to Cairo, and then I was going to go to Turkey, and then some of those other countries. I was like, well, I really need to go to Dubai because my travel company that I work for and build has been needing to get footage from Dubai. So I was like, I need Morocco footage, I need Egypt footage, but I really need Dubai footage. So I decided to go to Dubai, and it is hot. Thankfully, the air conditioners work like champs here, guys. These air conditioners are great. Anyways, let's talk about this subject of, is Dubai safe? for to travel alone or travel as families. So for one, um, I travel alone everywhere, so I can answer that one straight up. Yeah, it's safe. I mean, it's a safe city. It's you're going to have first world safety issues, and let's go into some of these first world safety issues that you should know about. So, is it safe? Like, are you going to be abducted and all this and that? I cannot guarantee you won't, but I would say that I mean you would have the same odds of being abducted anywhere, really, as you would here in Dubai. I mean, it's considered actually at 1 o'clock in the morning, Dubai is considered safer than most cities in America. So, all right. So, some of the things that you need to know when you're coming to Dubai, the extreme heat, that's something that we talked about. Drink a lot of water. You will get dehydrated really easy. So, that's something to consider. Also, because it is a Muslim country, dress codes should be implied. You shouldn't be trying to gallivant around the city in anything too intense. Although I've seen women wearing some really provocative looking clothing all over the city. So even if it was once strict dress code, maybe not so much anymore. Social rules, um, kissing in public, public show of affection. You could offend some of the local Muslim populations, but I don't think it's a big issue. Yeah, I mean, but that's some stuff to keep in mind. Just are you offending the Muslim traditions that are not as publicly a show of affection as the Western countries? Okay, so alcohol, typically the Muslim countries in are dry with alcohol. There's not so much alcohol, but in Dubai you can get alcohol. Although there are a little bit of rules about when they can start serving and when they stop serving. So I, the hotel that I was at yesterday said that they can only start serving alcohol at 12. I don't know if that was hotel policy or country policy, but I asked her. I said, "Is that national? Is that the country policy, or is the hotel?" And her answer wasn't really too clear. So I'll have to look into that a little bit more. But I don't think you really need to be drinking alcohol before 12 o'clock anyway, do you? Well, sometimes I have, but I don't need to, right? So most of them close at like 1. Um, don't be obnoxious in public if you're going to drink also. That goes without saying, but some people think they can just cut a rug on the streets and yell and chant and do all this crazy stuff. You can get away with it in some cities. Probably not the best idea here in Dubai. They do have some pretty kick butt cops. They drive around in like Lamborghinis and Ferraris and stuff. Like I said, the extreme heat. I mean, right now it's hot. Okay, the transportation, it's pretty easy to get around. They have a metro. They have a red line and a green line. Takes you to different areas. I'm going to be looking to go to the Jumeirah, the Palm Jumeirah, the man-made islands where the Atlantis Hotel is. So transport, I can pretty much get there on a metro. If I don't need that, there's tons of taxis around here. Okay, scams. I will say that if you go into these marketplaces, especially in the low end areas where you're thinking you're going to get a deal, whether it be the gold souk or go looking for textiles or spices, it's not a scam. They're just going to try to get top dollar. So you're always going to have to be on your guard about knowing the market value of the commodity, the textile, the gold, the silver. You don't want to go into there and get ripped off. I mean, this guy, he was trying to charge me a whole bunch of money for some spices, and he didn't. I asked him, I said, "What's the price?" So one of the things they do is they just tell you buy whatever you want, and then we'll talk about it at the end. And then next thing you know, you're looking at a massive amount of money. And that was what he tried to do. I said, "No, I'll tell you what, I'll just buy the masala." And he was trying to sell me saffron and Turkish or Arabic gum, which is for your joints and all this different stuff. But yeah, I mean, as far as women go, it is pretty safe for women. I do see Western women walking around here quite often. Looks like they're completely comfortable and safe. But they do have a little bit of a thing of catcalling where they seem to think that, as they would say in this warning that I read, that fair skinned women must appear desperate or something or starving for love because some of the areas get catcalls towards women of European descent more than the others, and that can be kind of frustrating. But it's nothing too serious, I would imagine, and that's even what the warning says. It says fair-skinned women, but um, it's nothing probably any more than you would see in Los Angeles if you were to go into another area like that. It's not like a threat, is from what I've discovered. I wouldn't say, and I don't think so many Western women would travel here and live here alone if that was really that big of a threat. If you have medication, make sure you have the proper documents on hand because it is kind of strict in the sense that they kind of stick to some Sharia law. They're loose with it more so than other countries, but I mean, certain medications you might want to make sure that you have that taken care of. Traffic jams, they are an issue here. Now, walking around Dubai is one of the highest. It's not the safest place to walk around. Dubai has one of the highest death rates per vehicle in the world, and more than half are pedestrians. So Dubai roads have, that's what this says, pedestrian crossing. So yeah, I'm going off this smart traveler guide here, but also I wanted to kind of interject my own personal feelings to back up whether or not these are first world problems that you're going to be dealing with in Dubai, opposed to, um, you know, like, hey, Syria problems or Iraq problems or Iran problems, right? All right. No, I'm not trying to say anything. This has nothing to do with skin color. It's that's what because most of the people here are Arabic and southern descent. Uh, there's not as many European people. I mean, you know what a European person looks like opposed to a Chinese or an Arabic, but that's just what the travel warning said, so, or the travel advisory said. And because of that, they're kind of exotic. Just like if you see a woman from, I don't know, Morocco in England, she could be considered exotic, right? Exotic things get attention. I mean, even here, like, because I'm American, that's exotic. There's not a lot of Americans. There are some, but I feel as though they go above and beyond, like with the um the catering. Like they're always so polite to me. They're always so like, hey, let me help you with this. And like just I sure they might think that I'm going to tip them or whatever, but I feel as though they go above and beyond. They always call me sir, and which is normal. I call them sir back. I'm not trying to get special treatment. That's the thing. I just want to be friends with everybody, not be looked at as royalty. But I get the feeling that if you really wanted to be one of those people who wanted to be looked at as royalty, being American or Westerner, you could probably feel like you're live like a king here if you got even a middle class income, maybe $100,000 a year or something like that. Um, Jeff's exotic in Dubai. Where to next, buddy? Okay, Dion's asking where I'm going next. I don't know yet. I'm actually gonna kind of. I'm looking to kind of film Dubai pretty good. I want to get Dubai as good as I can, and that might take a week or something. But after that, I was considering either going through to the rest of the Arabic countries that I was talking about. I was even looking at Qatar. I'm probably going to go up to Abu Dhabi, maybe Oman, and then Turkey is still on the radar. In Europe, I haven't hit Paris or Norway. I would have to hit those, and Scotland. I might consider that route, or head east towards India, Bali, and then head across the Pacific towards Hawaii real quick, tighten up loose ends, and then head towards U.S. We'll see. Carmen San Diego doesn't have anything on Jeff. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, it's fun getting passport stamps, but remember, like I said, it's I do this for work, so that helps a lot. The fact that this is part of my work. Um, yeah, Bali's one of those places, and if I go to Bali, I'll probably go to Philippines because I finally got a drone in Madrid, although I paid a ton of money for it, and they told me that the VAT tax, the tax free, would pay me back and reimburse me, but they didn't because they made an excuse, just like with everything. They always give you these rebates and stuff, but they never really want to process them easily. Anyways, um, so yeah, if you guys have any questions about Dubai, ask away. Frank says you cannot get bored in Dubai. Yeah, don't get too extremely drunk, says Frank. Frank's right. Where do you live, Frank? Gonna do a camel safari? Yeah, they do push those things where you go out into the desert and hang out there. We'll see. Um, but like I said, I'm looking to go to Abu Dhabi. That's my next thing. They're going to build a hyperloop. I don't know if you guys follow Elon Musk, but they're looking to build hyperloop from Dubai to Abu Dhabi. That'll take 12 minutes. Right now, it takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So that I'm looking forward to coming back to Dubai when that's going to be done. Gold Coast, Australia. I'm hoping to go to Australia one day where I basically have like a month and a half, and 2 months. I'll probably need 2 months, and I can drive around as much as I want from probably Melbourne, all the way to. I mean, I'd like to circumnavigate, do the whole circle of Australia. I don't know how long that takes. Do you have any idea, Dion, to do the whole circle? I mean, I'd like to go Melbourne, Sydney, up to Gold Coast, up to Cairns, however you say it. Then all the way through Darwin, then over to northwestern Australia, the Kimberley region, down to Perth, and then swing back down around Margaret River and Adelaide. It would take a long time. That's why I'm saying I think at least 2 months. Cairns. Okay, Cairns. That makes sense. Yeah, there's a beautiful place there's a couple of places in that area of Cairns. There's I think it's called the White Sunday Islands or something like that. Whit Sunday Islands. I want to check out that beach. Obviously, film it with my drone. And then there's Lord Howe Island and some of the Great Barrier Reef area over there. And there's actually I forget the name of the rainforest, but Cairns. I'll be able to remember that pretty easy. Yeah, I'll try one of those things. Africa is on the radar too. Here in Dubai, there's a lot of people from Africa, and they're really friendly. So I've been getting invited to go to places like Nigeria, Congo, some of those places. So we'll see. Daintree, yeah, the Daintree rainforest. It looks pretty interesting. We'll see if how that is. But yeah, I mean, Bali has got some rainforest I'd like to explore. Sumatra, I think they still have wild orangutans and tigers. I don't know how I'd feel about doing a safari by myself, so I'd probably do a tour to go see what's up with the orangutans and maybe some tigers. But we'll see what's up with that. I'm not so much of a nature guy by myself because some of these wild nature situations can get pretty wild. I'll travel in metro areas, no problem. All right, guys. Do you guys have any other questions about Dubai? It's super hot this week in Arizona. I hope it cools off for you in September when you make it back. Yeah, I mean, I'm used to the heat. Even Hawaii's hot right now. Like if you guys know about Hawaii right now, if I was in Hawaii, it'd be man. Last summer was hot. Like Kihei in particular was just scorching. I was like, why don't they put more palm trees and more shade in Kihei? That was really frustrating. Oh yeah, I'm wearing shorts. I'm dressed just like an American. I mean, not even. Oh well, you know, not. I mean, you guys are probably like, well, at least we know Jeff doesn't do his live feeds in his underwear. What's the hottest day you have in Hawaii? I don't know. I mean, it's usually a combination of uh, humidity and just heat. Just the sun is hot in Hawaii, kind of like it is here. Like this place is hot. This place is really hot. Dubai's hot. You'll step outside and, I mean, I'm used to it though, but it's still hot. You should go to Tel Aviv. Is supposed to be the Silicon Valley of Israel. Yeah, I'd like to go to Israel. I'm looking to go there. I've heard some things about Israel's processing, like that if you've been to Dubai, you can't go to China, you can't go to Israel. I don't know if it's just word on the street, but supposedly if you go to certain Middle Eastern countries, you won't be able to get into some countries like China and Israel or something. That's just what I heard. Don't quote me on that. How fast is the Wi-Fi right now in Dubai? It's fast. This hotel has fast Wi-Fi. Oh my goodness, it's fast. It's great fast. They got some really good water parks here. If you like to cool off, obviously if it's a hot place, better have some water parks. Even these hotels have some awesome pools. You guys saw at the beginning of the video, if you're just tuning in, go back to the beginning of the video where I show you this hotel room. It's awesome. Someone said that the whole bit about Israel wasn't true. Well, I still have every intention to go to Israel. Uh, Same with Egypt. I want to see ancient Egypt. Like to see the Taj Mahal, Great Wall of China. There's so much in the world to see. That's one of the things. Like when I was doing this travel company, I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh man, the world's kind of small. I think I know about all the places. All the unknown places are already discovered. And then I got to realizing, I'm like, holy smokes, not even close. Like every single place that I go has undiscovered treasures. And so even social media hasn't let them out. I mean, Portugal. There's so much stuff that people don't know about Portugal. There's so much about Spain that people don't know. There's so much about Switzerland, and so the world really has. And that's just these countries, right? In Europe and some of the Western countries. Just imagine the whole continent of Africa, or what's undiscovered in Australia or Antarctica. So the world really is amazing. Nice legs. Um, So yeah, as anyways, guys, I'm gonna get going here. I didn't come to Dubai to spend too much time in my hotel, and it is the daytime. So I'm gonna try to get to the Miracle Garden, which is this garden that